Hello guys, we're going to talk about amortization in this module. So amortization, think about that like depreciation, which depreciation, our definition was allocating the cost of an asset over, if I could spell, over its useful life. Right? And so amortization is basically the same as depreciation, right? Because that formula, if we didn't see that it said amortization, that would sound like depreciation, where we allocate the cost of an asset over its useful life. And we've talked about depreciation, right? Straight line, double declining, units of production. They're just different ways to make this allocation, right? So what makes amortization different from depreciation? Amortization is usually done for intangible assets, or, as we're going to see in this case, long-term liabilities. Okay, and there's different methods of amortization. So now we're going to talk about specifically amortization of a bond discount or premium. There's two methods you can use to make this allocation of the bond discount or premium. The two methods are the effective interest rate method, or straight line method. In this class, we're going to focus on the straight line method. One, you've seen the straight line method before for depreciation, so it's not going to be something new to learn. Two, a lot of companies use it because it is straightforward and easy to calculate, and there's usually no material difference between the two methods. And so generally accepted accounting principle says if there's no material difference, a company can use whichever method they prefer. So all things being equal, a company would prefer to use the easier method, which would be the straight line method. So we're only going to focus on straight line. I know your book talks about both of them, okay, but we're just going to focus on straight line. So let me define the straight line method of amortization for you. So the straight line method of amortizing a bond at discount or premium. So this method allocates a bond discount or bond premium, allocates the same amount of interest expense for each interest period. Okay, and that's the definition for the straight line method of amortization. It's going to allocate the same amount of interest expense in each interest period. The effective interest rate method would actually be a different amount of interest expense in each period. But as we know, straight line, if we were to plot it, it's constant. It's the same amount each period. Okay, so we're going to use the straight line method to amortize any bond discount or premium in each interest period. Hopefully it'll become a little more straightforward when we put some numbers to it. Okay, just wanted you to see that amortization is similar to depreciation. We're going to now calculate amortization for a bond discount or premium. Of the two methods available, we're going to use the straight line method, which means that the amount that we allocate to each interest period will be the same. And we're basically just going to take the amount of the discount, divide it over the life of the bond, and put the same amount of interest expense in each period.